night or Friday late afternoon, we had a victim in this case that made a comment or disclosed that the suspect had raped. It was the victim in the case is a juvenile. And I'm going to be very limited with the information, basically to protect the victim. We don't want to re-victimize what the victim went through, and then we also want to comply with Marcy's law, so there's not a whole lot of details I'm going to provide. But it was Friday afternoon, Friday evening. The victim reported that the suspect had raped the victim, and over the course of the weekend during this investigation, there was an arrest warrant that was issued for the suspect, and we had information that the suspect was back at the home on the 1200 block of Kevin Circle, and there was a mention of possible a weapon being involved, and so SWAT was called in. The suspect was taken into custody about 3:15 a.m. this morning on Monday morning. The suspect had some medical event and was taken to the hospital, so the suspect's currently in the hospital, has not been booked into jail at this point, but will be charged once he's released from jail with rape and aggravated incest. The only thing I'll say about the victim and suspect is there some type of relationship between the two of them. The suspect, I can give you his name. Last is Stearns, Stearns. First is Kipp, Kipp. Middle is Daniel, Daniel, and he's 35 from Sioux Falls.
Can you tell us anything about the nature of the medical issue? Was it because of the standoff? Did it have anything to do with the standoff, or was it separate?
I really can't go into details of that medical issue, but it was not related to anything that SWAT was doing.
Can we get some tips? There's some snipers involved. Was there any truth to that?
I guess I don't know that for sure. It wouldn't surprise me. The snipers are part of the SWAT team, and so anytime that there's potential for weapons, or we know for a fact that weapons could be used, frequently the snipers set up in various number of different reasons, but the snipers are part of the SWAT team, so anytime the SWAT team is going to go, it's likely the snipers would be there as well. Same thing with negotiators. It's that emergency services unit functions together, so it's not just SWAT by themselves. You've also got the crisis negotiators. They go out anytime SWAT goes out. They work closely hand in hand, so there's a lot of different parts, a lot of different components. We also have a lot of patrol officers that are there to support that effort, and everybody has their own different roles to play in different events, and of course every event is a little bit different, and it just kind of depends on the nuances of those events about who is in what capacity, if that makes sense. Anything else on that? I forgot to mention the warrant has no bond on that warrant, so. The only other thing I was going to talk about is the robbery. Don't have a whole lot of information on this one, but this was Saturday night. Yeah. Early Saturday morning. About 2:40 a.m. is when we were called. Our victim was left a bar downtown and ended up getting a ride with 3 strangers. As they were driving around, the people in the car then threatened the suspect, and they implied they had a gun and wanted items from him. He didn't see a gun. He said at that point they were driving through a neighborhood, so he estimated it was relatively low speed. He jumped from the car in an attempt to get away from them, but they stopped and confronted him anyway. They ended up punching him and kicking him and then taking some jewelry from him. He ended up walking to a nearby business and then reporting that. So no arrests on that. We just have very limited information. That's pretty much it. The aggravated assaults, no serious injuries, a lot of threats, some domestics in there as well. The arson that involves juveniles, that was a park bathroom where the damage occurred. No arrests on any of the burglaries. The disorderlies, most of those are people that were fighting in traffic. Frauds, larcenies are reports. The other rape is a report. Sex offenses are all reports. No arrests on those. Nothing suspicious with any of the unattended deaths. Vandalisms, I didn't have anything concentrated. The weapons violation, we had 2 of those. One of them was a gunshot call. This was on in the arena parking lot. And this was Sunday afternoon around 3:30 is when it took place. I don't have a whole lot of details. There was quite a few people that heard it. One gunshot, there was a car that had a bullet hole in it. From the witness accounts, it sounds like there was a group of people that were gathered, and then everybody heard a gunshot, and then that specific group of people basically all took off, and so we don't have any victims in this case. Still trying to piece together exactly what took place. The other weapons violation, that was a traffic stop, and the officers found what they believe is a short shotgun. It was shorter than the minimum length required, so that was just a report, no arrests on that part of it. That's all I have unless you have any questions. Okay, thanks.